Okay, so today for the ELA summative, which is RL 4.5, there are 3 passages that you need to read or listen to. Okay, after each passage, go to the end of the packet and you are going to decide, is that passage poetry, prose, or drama? And then using text evidence, you're going to explain how you know. Okay, so let's get started. The first passage is 1 Inch Tall by Shel Silverstein. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd ride a worm to school. The teardrop of a crying ant would be your swimming pool. A crumb of cake would be a feast. At last, you 7 days at least. A flea would be a frightening beast if you were 1 inch tall. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd walk beneath the door, and it would take about a month to get down to the store. A bit of fluff would be your bed. You'd swing upon a spider's thread and wear a thimble on your head if you were 1 inch tall. You'd surf across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You couldn't hug your mama, you just have to hug her thumb. You'd run from people's feet in fright. To move a pen would take all night. This poem took 14 years to write, 'cause I'm just 1 inch tall. Okay, so that's the first passage. So go to the end and please identify if that passage is poetry, prose, or drama. Using details from the passage, explain why to support your answer. Okay, next one is 1 Inch Tall by Shel Silverstein, rewritten with a cast of characters. Boy, baby brother. Boy, have you ever thought what it would be like to be 1 inch tall? Do you even have thoughts in that little brain of yours? Baby brother smiles. Goo goo gaga. Boy, well, I think I'd be so cool to be 1 inch tall. Instead of riding that smelly bus to school, I could ride a silly worm. Say worm. Baby brother drools. Goo goo gaga. Boy, a cake crumb would be my Thanksgiving feast, and I could probably sneak around the house and walk underneath doors. Ooh, I could spy on our teenage sister Sally. Baby brother claps. Ooey gooey. Boy, but you know it would be so sad? Baby brother, no. Boy, I wouldn't be able to give Mom my normal bear hug. I would have to give her a thumb hug because that's how small I would be. And I would be really scared of people's footsteps. Baby brother, wah, wah, wah. Boy, and it would take me 14 years to write the poem I've been writing at school. Okay, the end. So again, you are going to re-listen to that passage if you need to. Go to number 2, identify if that's poetry, prose, or drama. Explain or support your answer by using the text evidence from that passage. Okay. And the third one, passage 3. 1 Inch Tall by Shel Silverstein, rewritten. Dear Journal, today I was feeding my baby brother his mushy and gross looking rice cereal. While I was feeding him, I saw my new Legos on the kitchen table. One thought led to another, and I got to thinking, what if I was one of those Lego men? What if I was only 1 inch tall? My baby brother seemed to understand everything I was saying because when I told him that instead of riding our smelly school bus each day, I could ride a worm to school. It was like he was excited for me in his little baby voice. It was really cute. I told him that a crumb from a cake could be a whole feast. I could even spy on Sally because I would be able to walk right under her door. I've always wondered what that teenage sister of mine is up to anyway. The sad part would be that I would probably be scared of people's footsteps for fear I would get stepped on. I wouldn't be able to give my mom my normal bear hug every day after school. It would have to be a thumb hug. When I said this, my baby Sad too. Writing this journal entry would probably take me 14 years to write. Or maybe it did take me 14 years to write. Guess you'll never know. Sincerely, me. Okay, so now for the final time, after listening to this passage, you're going to do that same step as you did in 1 and 2. Identify this passage, if it is a poetry, prose, or drama, and explain why, using details from the text. Do not forget to use complete sentences, check your capitalization, punctuation, and do your best with spelling that you can. Okay? Hope you are feeling better.